Hello learners, welcome to SWAYAM online lecture series on the topic database management system. I am Professor Mullah Bukhari, working as a professor in the Department of Computer Science, Aligarh Muslim University, Aligarh. I am pleased to have you join me today as we explore the fascinating realm of database and database management system. In the next few minutes, we will journey through a generic PLSQL which is helpful for writing a program in Oracle that form a backbone of modern information technology, or you can say that is the backbone for modern information technology, that is database management system. In the previous lecture, we have discussed about introduction to access privilege, create user, how to create users, then grant commands, then revoking given privilege and their roles, and deleting users and roles. Before going to today's agenda, I would like to answer the previous assignment which I have given you in the last lectures. The answer is, first question was assign role or role to a new user I1. The answer is connect system, create user I1 identified by I1, grant create session to I1, grant or role to I1. In this way, we are able to assign or role to a new user I1. The next question was revoke the assigned permission from Mamta. It means you have to revoke. The revoke select on lab.product _ master from Mamta. Same way you have to revoke select on lab.client master from Mamta. The next question was delete role or roles. Drop command is use drop role or roles. Delete all users. The same command drop user Mamta. Drop user Bill. Drop user Evan. There are for all users, so there are 3 users for that. The today's agenda which we are going to discuss is generic PLSQL blocks. Then exception handling. I've already explained about structure queue language. So programmable structure queue language we will discuss, and exception handling also. Then you have to find the cursor. So let's start one by one. Generic PLSQL. PLSQL stands for Procedural Language Structure Query Language. Is a powerful and versatile programming language designed for managing and maintaining Oracle database. It is extension, you can say that is extension of SQL and incorporates procedure elements to enhance the capabilities of data programming. PLSQL enables developer to create a stored procedure, function, triggers, and packages along for the encapsulation of business logic within the database. In the previous lecture, already we have know that how you will create a stored procedures, function, trigger, like that. So in Oracle also, how you will develop by using PLSQL. This not only improves the code modularity, but also enhance the data security and integrity by executing operation directly on the server. So It means PLSQL supports variables, control structures like loops, conditional statements, and exception handling, providing a robust programming environment. PLSQL allows seamless interaction with the database, enabling the creating of dynamic and efficient applications. Developer can use PLSQL to design sophisticated data processing tasks, automate complex business process, and ensure data consistency within the Oracle database. PLSQL plays a crucial role in developing a scalable, maintainable, and high-performance database application. So, come to a point, syntax. First of all, you have to write a declare. Then you have to define the variable. So, the comment you have written, you can see on the screen, variable declaration. Then variable, variable, varchar 250. Then v underscore variable 2, number is equal to 10. Then you can define the constant also. The constant name, constant number is equal to 100. Then you have to write the programming begin, and then you have to write executable statement is variable 1 is equal to hello. In this program you have to write hello world. So here in the variable you have explained the hello will be put on the quote. Then you have to, here the command is dbms underscore output dot put underscore line, within bracket you have to v variable concatenate world. The result will be, and then end. So when you will run, it will display v variable is hello world, and parallel line is used to concatenate the characters. So hello world will display on the screen when you run. Then we'll discuss generic PLSQL blocks. So the by example we are able to understand. So there is some program. Write a PLSQL block to multiply two number. You have to multiply two number. What you have to do? Same way you have to define the variables. So first of all you have to write declare num1 is number, num2 there are two numbers. So if there are more than three numbers, 3, 4, whatever, so you have to define all the declaration. And result is also number. Then start the begin. N is equal to n1 and n2. The result n1 multiplied by n2. In DBMS output dot put line, product of two number, you put in the, you can say the code, the pipeline to get the number two character results. Result will be a store character, so it will write the product of two number is this. If you will enter 5, 3, it will display 15. The next question, write a PLSQL block to find the minimum. If a 3 numbers is given, then how you will do? You have to declare the variable. So here you have to define 3 times. N1 number, N2 number, and 3 number. Then you have to find mean. The mean you have to also mean. Then you start begin. N1, a person N1, store the value N2, the value will be stored, and the value of third number will be stored N3, and then you have to check if N1 is less than N2. Then within this called nested if N1 is also less than 3, then we can say minimum is N1. Else minimum is N3. And if, else and if. If N2 is less than 3, then minimum is equal to, else minimum is equal to N3. And if, then the DBMS output online minimum among the 3 number, you have to put in the code, then parallel line to concatenate that 2 char minimum, and then end. When you run, you are able to get the minimum number value. Then the next topic is exception handling. Exception handling is very important in DBMS. The exception handling in PL/SQL is a crucial aspect that allows developer to manage error gracefully among the execution of a program. Exception handling provides a way to catch and handle exceptions, preventing unexpected errors from disrupting the flow of the application. Here is the explanation of exception handling in a paragraph along with the syntax error. The explanation of exception handling. In PL/SQL, exception handling is implemented to gracefully manage error that may occur during the program executions. Exception block is used to catch and handle specific exceptions or more generally any unanticipated error that might occur. When an exception is raised, the program control is transferred to the exception block where the developer can define custom error handling logic. This is the basic structure. The basic structure includes a try block where the regular program logic is written and exception block where error handling code is placed. SQL expressions such as no data found or too many rows can be caught and handled individually, while the generic others clause allow for the catch-all mechanism to handle by unforeseen errors. The raise statement is used to explicitly raise an exception and SQL code and information about the error that occurs. The syntax is same as previous. You have to write begin. Then here you can add some comment, regular program logic in the try blocks. DBMS output line attempting some error operations within code and within parentheses you have to write. Then exception handling in the exception blocks. You have to write exceptions. When no data found, then DBMS output lines no data found. When others, then the DBMS output line an error occurred, SQL code, and then SQL RM will be. By that you are able to get the result. Then end. In this way, this is the syntax for that. I am taking an example. Extract record from the client master table where the state is Maharashtra. If more than one record is extracted, then handle the error using too many records exception. It means we have to use already we have created a database in the previous lecture, 5 databases created. So we have created data. So within that the client master table already available. So by using that you have to write. How you will write? Declare client master person row type. Then you have to begin. Select a star into client from client master where stage is equal to Maharashtra. The output DBMS underscore output dot put line client number. Within code you have to write concatenate client dot client number. The output DBMS output line name and client name. Then DBMS output name address will be written client dot address 1. DBMS output line address 2 concatenate client dot address 2. They are the attributes you can add because I want to asterisk, select asterisk all the select record from the where the Maharashtra So then you have to address to then dbms output, the output line ct is equal to client.ct, then dbms underscore output dot put underscore line, then pin code within code, then file line client dot pin code, then dbms underscore output dot put underscore line within parenthesis you have to write state, within quote you have to write state, and then client state dot state, parenthesis should be closed, then semicolon. Then dbms underscore output dot put underscore line balance due parallel line client dot balance due. Then the exception, when too many rows, then dbms output line more than one client from Maharashtra. If more than one rows are there, so message will be displayed like that. Then output. In this way, if the more record is there, though it will display more than one exception handle will display on the screen. Now the next example, ORA-2. The next example, ORA-02291 is the foreign key violation error number. Handle this exception in a more user-friendly manner. Consider table of your choice. Then on the computer you type declare order number sales order that client detail dot order number percent type product sale order details product number quantity order sale under order details dot quantity ordered percent type quantity sales underscore order underscore detail dot quantity display percent type P rate scale under order under detail dot product rate percent type. You have to declare. Then foreign key exceptions. Then pragma exception underscore int within bracket you have to write fk comma dash 02291 within parenthesis, then semicolon, then the begin order number is equal to ampersand order number. We can store product number quantity order equal to ampersand quantity order. The same, the variable what you have defined, you have to put the value. Quantity is equal to quantity display P rate and then you have to insert the values. The insert into sales order detail value order number product number quantity order quantities display and P rate, and the exception when fk then dbms output line foreign key values order number product number does not exist in the sales order product number and master, then end. In this way we are able to find for that. The next third question, calculate the square root of a given number. If the entire number is negative, then handle this situation with the help of user-defined exception. A square root is inbuilt function in Oracle to calculate the square root. In that case, you have to write same way. You have to write declare, then number 1, number 2. If the number is negative, exception begin number is equal to ampersand number. If number is greater than equal to 0, then dbms output line a square root of a number is a square number. If there is negative number and if and the exception handling, when the negative number, then you have to write dbms output line please enter the positive number. It will display. Okay, then we come to the cursor. In PLSQL, cursor is named as a private area that store information about the processing of a specific select statement. Cursor are used to process individual rows returned by a query and are particularly useful in scenario where you need to retrieve information or you manipulate the data row by row. In PLSQL, a cursor serves as a mechanism for traversing the result set of select statement, enabling developer to work with individual rows at a time. So we can say that cursors are especially valuable when dealing with queries that return multiple rows, as they allow for sequential access to the result sets. There are two types of cursor. One is implicit, one is explicit. Implicit cursors are automatically created by Oracle to handle SQL statement such as we can use for insert, update, delete, and the select into statements. Explicit cursors are defined by the programmer using the declare, open, fetch, and close. There are two types, implicit and explicit. So implicit is used for insert, deletion, updation, or select into a statement. And explicit can be used to declare, open, fetch. So we discuss one by one in the next. Declare a statement establish a cursor. Open statement execute associate queries. Fetch retrieve the rows from the result set. And the close release the resources associated with the cursor. There are the four explicit cursors. Cursor can be further characterized as either simple or parameterized or Cursor can be further categorized as either simple or parameterized, with the latter allowing dynamic customization of the query at runtime. In other words, we can say cursor play a vital role in PLSQL program, providing a flexible, efficient means to iterate through and process data retrieval from the database. The syntax is you have to write declare. You can define the variables cursor. My cursor is select employee ID, employee name from the employees. Then you can define the variable to hold the column value. The v employee underscore ID employee dot IP underscore ID must person types v employee name employee dot employee name percent ID. Then you have to write a start begin. For the cursor you have to open and then close. Open my cursor and then you have to fetch a data. For that you have to write loop. Fetch my cursor into v employee underscore ID comma v employee name. Exit when my cursor percent not found. Then process the current row. The output will become dbms output, the output line, employee ID, concatenate v employee ID, concatenate name, concatenate v employee name, then the end loop, which will be. Then you have to close the cursor, you have to write close my cursor and then end. In this way, we are able to, these are the syntax for the cursor. Then declare cursor C1 is select client number, name from client master, where state is equal to Maharashtra, C client master dot client person, then begin, open the C1, if C1 percent, is open, then loop, then fetch C1 and exit. So these are the example for. In this way, we are able to write a program for extract record from the client master table where is state is Maharashtra and display corresponding client number and client name. You may write on your computer. You can see on the screen. If your person found, then Deviance output line is Cn is equal to Cname and endif, and then end loop. Deviance output line character and row count rows found, else, and otherwise problem opening the cursor and endif and close C1, and then you have to close this one. In this way you are able to find. The next question, read the client number from the client master table who lives in Bombay and then who lives in Mumbai, and then change the order status to fulfill for this client in sales order tables. For that, how you write? First of all, you have declare cursor C2 is select client number from the client master where city is equal to Mumbai. CNO client master dot client master person type. Then you have to write begin. Then you have to open the C2. Then if C2% is open, then loop. Then you have to fetch the value. Then fetch C2 into CNN. Then exit when C2% not found. If C2% not found, then update sales order set is equal to fulfill where client number is CNN. Then end if, then the loop will be closed. Then in the DBMS output line problem opening the cursor and end if, then you have to close C2 end if. Now let's assess your knowledge and track your progress with few thought-provoking questions. Your answer will not only reinforce your understanding but also serve as variable gauge of your grasp. The question is, write a procedure that reads the record from sales order details table using cursor and tells the delay between order date and delay date. The next question, drop all function and procedures. In trigger, add a new column city change is sales order table. Write a trigger to achieve that when client city changes, the corresponding column should be set to Y. How we can drop all triggers will enhance your understanding and it will give valuable insights and practical skills applicable for database system knowledge. Thank you for your active participations and we eagerly anticipate your presence in our upcoming lecture. Wish you a wonderful day ahead.